Hello everyone, good morning. Please wait for 1 minute, then we can start when all are joined. So in the last class, we are implement JWT token and all the configuration we can done. We are also able to create JWT token. Now, in the today class, we will implement role-based authentication, like how we can like user have a role, then you are able to access any API. Otherwise, rejection means if user have a role, then he able to access any API. Otherwise, not. So this code we are doing here. So anyone have any question related to the last class or stuck anywhere or getting any issue to implement? You can message here if anyone facing any issue to implement this thing. Okay. So today we will implement role-based authorization. Firstly, I will explain you here. For example, you have any company, some roles are assigned to employee, manager, and HR. So anyone have any roles? For example, this is the roles. If you have a role manager, then you are able to access API. And another one is policy-based authorization. Policy-based means you can make the combination of two or more roles. That is, for example, you can come office on time. You have a identity card means you can make a two or three policies. That is means combination of three or four rules. That is called a policy based authorization. Today we will do role based authorization. So this thing we can do here. So like that way above API you can authorize like that way. Okay. So this thing we can do practically. So to implement this, firstly we can create one controller. So where we can implement this role-based authorization. Okay. So firstly I will create one table. For example, I create table for the product. Then I will create related to interface related to product and then their implementation. So again, this is your model. I will create the folder. create a product table. Okay. Here I will add public int is a data type ID. Get set means get means we are able to read this field and also we can add value in this field. For example, we also add in price. Okay, just for understanding, we can create this because here we are implement role-based authentication, authorization. Next thing is we can create a DTOs for this here. For example, I will create it here product create it here, update it here, and product response to it here. Next one is product response to it. If in the product created here, I want name, description, and price. So I will add it here because ID is a pre-built and auto increment. I don't need to pass. In update video, I want also want the ID. So I will use this in the response. For example, I don't want ID. I want only name and description. So I can copy this and pass this here. So we can use DTO to reuse our code because this product response data you can reuse this code rather than you are fetching data from the link queue. We can communicate with the help of DTOs for the security reason to fastly retrieve data from the database or to make structure and to give a proper return type. For example, you can see here we are specific return type I want. Here I want this user response data login response. So this thing only possible with the help of DTO. Set clear. Anyone have any question? You can message here. Please should continue Microservices. Yes, I will start. Ashok. Yeah, I will try to implement. I will try to continue that session also. Because I am also working, so sometime it will be difficult to make daily class. Okay, anyone have any question related to the class? You can message here. Okay, hello. Okay, so we have created this thing. Next, we can create the again same step. We can create the interface here. Okay, product, service. So here I want to create interface, not a class. So what is the interface? Interface is just a contractor. Here we are just defining our method, and we are able to achieve, that is very important question, how we can achieve dependency injection. So we are able to achieve dependency injection with the help of interface, and also we are able to achieve abstraction with the help of interface because we can hide the implementation. So you can see here this register and login method, we can do the implementation here in the service, but in controller you just call these method, register method, and this want this parameter, I'm only passing that parameter, hide the implementation. So with the help of this we are able to achieve abstraction, we are hiding the internal details. That's why it's also called a command and query architecture. So you can see if you go to definition, so it's a definition will be the, so we can hide the implementation that we can do here rather than writing all the code here. So we also able to achieve dependency injection. So dependency injection means rather than writing all the row SQL queries, all the code here, we can call from outside. So this is very important point. What is the interface? So interface is where we can just declare the method. Like not a declare, we just define the method, and we are able to achieve abstraction with the help of interface. Next thing is we are able to implement dependency injection with the help of interface. This is important question related to interview. Able to implement dependency injection with the help of interface. Next thing is we are able to achieve implement multiple inheritance with the help of interface. With the help of interface, because if you in C sharp multiple inheritance is not spotted by class, it's only spotted by interface. Okay. Okay. I already created this web series step by step, like these videos. So you can, if you want to start, you don't have a basic idea, so you can easily understand, because these video I will create from the scratch, but you also have a basic knowledge related to uh, like basic knowledge, you have a basic knowledge what is the oops concept, and like so related to the solid principle. I already created this playlist, so here your videos will be in a row, so you can check here every video in a format. So you can start from first video, and here we can start from very basic. If you don't have too much knowledge, you are just started .NET journey, you can easily understand. So you rather than jumping in the last video, you can start from basic. So firstly, you can cover first two like that way, not directly jump. So you can easily understand here multiple things we already cover related to solid principle, oops concept, and all the things are repeated. So firstly, you can, if you cover these things, many things you already cover here. Next thing is the important thing is in like if you are fresher or experience, also multiple topics we already cover, and in today videos we will complete JWT token, that is very important question perspective of interview. If you give any interview in .NET Core, this is very important topic, so that we can cover today. And also I will make some videos related to microservices. You also see that is also important topic. So that I think I also created this playlist, you can see from here. Okay. Next thing is we can create it here. We are using here asynchronous programming. So firstly, I will create a product creative, and you can see with the help of DTO, you can give the specific return type. Like when I created this record, I want this return type. So you can define here which actually return type you want. So it's you can decide based on your requirement which front end developer want, which type of response you want. So that thing we can put here. Okay, so next we can create for date. Next delete. In delete I want string, not a response type, or you can take a bool. And last one is get ID. Okay. So here we have created this interface, then we can do the implementation. So this thing we can do multiple times. I think simple CRUD operation we are creating with the help of solid principle and OOPS concept. So here we can inherit this and implement. This is interface, private read only, inject DB context. So inside the constructor, we can inject this. Can create method for the grade. Here we are using manual mapping, not using any auto mapper or any package. Okay. So I will create here variable product. This is our table name. And but we can convert to our domain table. Then we can add in the database and save change sync. Okay. Here also we are using asynchronous programming. And also we need to add this in here. Okay. So so here we are using a sync and await. So I will use here await. Next thing in a return type, I want this. Then I want to convert our domain table to DTO. So same thing I will create here, return like that way. Return new product response DTO and pass the name. Next, we can create method for a delivered. Again, here also we need to write a sync. Find that record with the help of nullity. If null, that time return the error. Otherwise, we can remove and save changes sync and return product related successfully. Next, we can create a method for the get all. So we can use return await context.product and select the two values and use here to list a sync. Okay. Next, we can create a method for a gateway ID. Variable product find by ID. If null, that time return null. Otherwise, we can return the response. Last for update. Here again, we can find that product with the help of ID. With the help of ID, if null, that time return null. Otherwise, we can update the things. Sorry, product dot name, product dot description, product dot price. So this thing I will update. Then I will add the save changes in. Then I will return this response data. Okay. And next we are creating controller here. So we are creating this, and also we need to just here in the program.cs file builder.services. We are also just here. Then we can create it here, add controller. Product controller. So here, right, we can inject with the help of dependency injection interface. My product service. Then we can call the method. For example, if firstly we are getting get method, and we can write here create. So not a create, or we can use here the post. So we are calling this method. For example, here you want to authorize, and you want if you have a role admin, then you are able to able to add the APIs. So like that way, we are implement role-based authorization. Same like for a HTTP get all. Same like for a gateway ID. So same you can make for update. Okay. And last one left for a delete. Okay. So now we are creating all the methods. Firstly, we need to run the migration because we have added new table. Add migration, add user table. Okay. Next thing is you can run the command update database. Mhm. So this table will be created in the database. Now you can check here. If I try to hit add anything here, it will giving you the 400 error, like unauthorized error. So you will get this status code. Authorized status code. That will be 403 or I think 401 unauthorized. So for example, I will try to get this. So you can see here I am not able to hit this method. You can directly throw the arrow from program to see as well. So you can no authorized scheme was specified. So that's why we are getting error here because here we can add authorized admin. So you can get error here. To fix this, we need to add some code in program.cs. So here, firstly, you can log in with valid username and password. For example, you can log in with admin and then you are able to access any API. For example, I can open this database. What is the database name? This thing. So this is our database. And now these two tables will be created. So I have these two name, username and password. Also we have added here. Let me check. Okay. So here we are not added role. So we also need to add here role. Public string role. Because based on role you are able to which role you have, admin or user. So I think this thing also you need to add here in user request video. So I want in the response. So we need to update user table. Current migration update user table. Yes. Okay. Firstly, we can create one user where all will be admin. And this thing also we can need to add here. Token. So here also we need to add this column. This information also we need to add here inside the token. Okay, so firstly I will register any user. One, two, and your role will be admin. So I will create this role. So now you can see we are getting some error. Username does not. So can convert null into column. Let's check in the database. Okay. What is defined here? Okay, okay. We are not map this in here. So now we can set one user. The role will be admin. Let's try to create this. Okay. So this reward will be created here and also it will be shown here. So this record for 30 will be created and role will be admin. So now you're able to log in with username and password So here you can pass this name and you can get the token. This is my username and password. Now you can generate the token, and also inside the token you also save the role information, which role you have. So now your token will be generated. So, so this token will be generated. So to verify these things, we need to add some code to authorize the API. Authorize the API. Use via token method that we can put in the Swagger. So it will be showing like that way. In our API, you can pass the token, and if that token will be valid, then you are able to access the API. So in Swag, for example, like that way, you can make this box, and here you can put your token with where. So this code, to make this box, we need to add some code in a program.cs file. So we need to add this code here in the Swagger. So I already write this code here. So this code you can copy. This is only to create this thing. Here you can pass your token, and this thing we can add here in the program.cs file inside the Swagger. So here builder.services dot swagger, and here you can add this code. So you can add this authentications, this where scheme we can use. So every time you can pass, you can write where, and then you can pass your token. For example, this token will be created, and that token you can pass. So like that way it will be working. Next thing is, we can authorize here. Here we can check that user will be authorized or not from the program.cs file. So that code also, to implement role-based authentication, that configuration we need to put here. So that configuration, here we can valid, or we can check all the things that we can put here in the app setting. This value we can check, like your key will be same, issue will be true, audience will be same. Like these things we can match with JW token. If all the things will be matching, then you are able to access the API, otherwise not. So this thing, you can copy from here, and we can add. Okay, here you can give the name, same exact. If you give any another name, same name you can copy from here and paste here. Same name here, issue audience expire. Same way you can pass here. And this is the key value you also pass here. So it will be same here. Okay. Okay, next thing is we are using, firstly we can authenticate, then authorize. So here we need to add one another middleware. Firstly authentication, then authorization. Firstly, we can authenticate with the help of username and password. Then we are authorized which roles he will able to access him. For example, here I will add role admin, and here I will add the role manager. So here in this case, I am only able to access create API, not get API. Here I will able to access. Here I will able to access. So let's test this. Anyone have any question, doubt, you can message here. I will try to answer. Okay, you can see this box is showing because of this code that we can put here. Okay, so firstly I will log in with the help of username and password. So you log in successfully and this is your token will be created. So I can copy this token and I can authorize here, added here, and where I already write, so I only need to pass the token. Let's check and let's try to add new thing, and I already added breakpoint here. Okay, we will write here pencil and your price will be 10 and we can execute. So now you can see you are able to hit this method and you are able to create new product here. Okay, but if I try to hit this method, you are getting error here. So you can see here, without hitting this method, you are getting error here because in the program.cs file, it will check your authorized user or not. For example, now I will try. So you can see here, I am not getting hit. I directly throw the error. It's not hitting the method. Before hitting the method, it will check here. So you can see here we are getting 403 status code, that is unauthorized 403 forbidden or not authorized, refuse to authorize. So we are getting error gateway ID. We are have a admin or user role, means you are able to access this API. Product not found. I have one only one. So you are able to access this API. Also you are able to get update and delete. So like that way we can implement role based authorization. So is it clear? Anyone have any question or confusion? This code, you don't need to remember this code. You can easily get this code from the Google. So if you can search in the Google, you can get this code. Here it will be verify with the setting we can put here. So all the things will be inside your token. Because, for example, it will be match like that way here. I love derivative. So you can see here. Here it will show which algorithm we are using, this name, role, this information, all the information, expire time, issue audience, this all information will be saved here. This is the secret key. So these things it will be verify a role, like if you have a role, otherwise you are not able to get this method. So like that it will be work. Is it clear? Anyone have any question? You can message here. Anyone have any question? Okay, so this is done for today class. In the next class, we can try to implement Angular with .NET Core. Okay, bye bye. Thank you. I hope this video will be helpful for you. Please like, share, comment if you which like new topic you want to create the video. Okay, bye bye. Thank you. Learn.NET to learn full stack. It's not compulsory. You can understand the latest Angular. We will try to implement. I will try to uh, take a class on Angular and .NET. I will try to make it simple so you can easily understand. Okay, I will try to make video on middleware. So this is also middleware. If you can see in the program.cs file, this is the pre-built middleware. This is the pre-built middleware. And if you want to create a custom middleware, so also you are also able to create the custom middleware. So I will show you mm, custom middleware, for example, global exception handling. So you can make the video that is the custom middleware. Mm, yeah. For example, this middleware I will create it for custom middleware for handling the exception. So if I getting any exception, so before hitting my controller method, you are directly throw the exception and this exception I will add here in the program.cs file. So this is called a custom. So you can see here global exception handling middleware I will added here. Singleton dependency injection is used because we want only one instance because this will be created for the whole application throughout the application lifecycle. It maintains the state and share resources across. For example, any request, if we get any middleware, before hitting this controller method, you are getting error here. I will also try to implement these things practically in the class. Okay, anyone have any question? Okay, you can, if you want another topic, you can comment it down. I will, in the next class, I will try to cover that topic. And every day your class will be here, 8 to 9, same timing. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Okay, bye bye. In the next class, we will try to cover these topics. And also, I will try to cover this microservices. I think only one class will be left here. So you can here only one part will be missing. So I will try to complete as soon as possible. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.